Evening, 12 rounds of action scheduled for the Super 6 World Boxing Classic Final and the unified WBA and WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Atlantic City, New Jersey, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue trunks, hailing from and proudly representing the Bay Area and Oakland, California. He weighed in at the super middleweight limit of 168 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 24 wins, no losses, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome one of the young stars of boxing, the U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the current undefeated WBA super middleweight champion of the world, introducing Andre S.O.G. Ward. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim, known as boxing's pride of Nottingham, England. He weighed in at a ready 167.5 pounds with a record of 28 wins, 1 loss. He has 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome England's finest, the longtime British and Commonwealth champion, the reigning and defending two-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world, introducing Carl the Cobra Froch.
Switch on. Okay, you ready? You want to do it?
And once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Steve Smoger.
All right, gentlemen, you were given your instructions in your individual dressing rooms. Please obey my commands, respect the bell, and above all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. God bless you both.
Steve Smoger is a referee in vogue. He got the Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito fight a couple of weeks ago. He's refereed in 4 countries in the last month or so, including a trip to Australia. And he'll let them fight. He's a throwback ref with a couple of throwback fighters.
Yep, he's not a squeamish referee, and that's what we're going to need tonight, because Carl Froch is going to have to declare war, and he wants a referee that will allow him to fight his kind of fight.
Froch will be coming out for the 200th professional round of his career, and this will be the 73rd he's had at world title level. Ward's only had 50 less, by the way, despite being perceived as the younger, fresher man. He is younger by 7 years. Now, can Froch make an early statement, Jim? Sometimes he's a slow starter.
I think he realises he cannot afford to be chasing the fight here. Froch does have an excellent left jab. He doesn't always make full use of, but he's going to have to do that here. Cannot allow Ward with his speed to dictate the pace. He's claiming the centre of the ring. He's pushing Ward back, but Ward is comfortable on the back foot, trying the power shot straight away. Froch.
Punch out. Try to get out yourself.
Froch fancies he's the man with the edge in power.
Try to punch out. That's it.
Nice left hand there. The first really significant shot came from Ward, who's clever and often throws punches leading with the backhand. That's the hand furthest from the target, which is a surprise weapon. But of course, Froch has seen the tapes. He does know about it.
Yeah, and he also switches to southpaw and leads with the backhand. He's just a little bit quicker at the moment than Froch. I think that left hook is surprised Froch with the snap in it. I think Froch was expecting the referee to call Drake. He didn't, and he took that left hook. Froch is losing his defences a little bit there.
Vital who establishes the jab here. There is a 4-inch reach advantage for Froch, but that might not prove very significant given Ward's speed.
Yeah, Ward finding him with the jab there. It's the left hook, a good right hand, and a jab from Ward. The best punches so far. A decent right hand we've seen back from Carl Froch. It's the speed and the unconventional things that Ward does. But you'll notice already Ward has not, he's taking the centre of the ring, he's not surrendering it to Froch. Quick jab again from Ward.
Froch has got him with a couple of his own, one to head, one to body, but there it is, almost, well, Cobra-like from Ward. Of course, it's Froch who's the man who's got the Cobra as his nickname, but there's definitely a speed advantage for Ward here. Nice
little feint there from Froch as well. You have to do that with awkward opponents, to show a little feint, cause him to make the first move. Got a clumsy left hook there from Carroll. So difficult to be dealing with his speed, but they've got right down to business, haven't they?
Very clever fighter, quite hard to line up, Andre Ward. I think Mikhail Kessler, who's top class, just couldn't ever really get going against him.
I think Kessler was surprised at the physical strength of Ward. He's not a puncher, but don't go into that ring thinking that he's not tough and strong and wiry. I think it surprised Kessler, and maybe it's surprising Carl Froch here. He's catching with the jab, his nose is reddening already. You can't telegraph right hands like Froch has just done there.
Ward edging this opening session, that's the impression anyway. Little right hand, it didn't land cleanly. Little half smile played across the lips of Froch at the end of round.
Listen, you've got to be much sharper this one, guys. It was way too basic and soft. Right? You gave him a couple of jabs there, and he probably just pinched it because he weren't doing it. Right? Slow, don't load it. You can't load up this kid. Work the 1-2s and 1-2s off his shoulder and then go again. How many shots gone now? Come on.
Carl Froch ready for round 2 here. Don't think they were too happy. Robert McCracken, of course, the trainer in the corner, who'll be working with Britain's Olympic boxers in London next summer, but he's got a big job here tonight. These two have almost done a psychological profile of one another in the profile. Almost do credit to Cracker, the old detective of the TV series. They know each other inside out, these two.
Froch just has to be careful he doesn't tense up in there. Has to keep that a little bit relaxed so the punches will flow. Burn up that energy as well if you're a little bit tense. Ward holding Froch's left glove up close. That left hook is working up close. I think they've studied the low guard of Froch. He's coming back with that left hook at the end of every exchange, Ward. This is good stuff from Ward. This is eye-catching.
Doubled up with the jab and then found that left hand again. And at the moment, Froch just a little bemused by the talent in front of him. He's a very clever, quick-handed and quick-footed operator, Andre Ward. Froch can't afford to fall 3 or 4 rounds behind at the beginning of this.
See, he sees Froch setting something up and he just takes a little half step back. See there, you saw it there. Froch has to reach or change his mind about throwing the punch. If he reaches, he's going to be countered. I mean, he's clever. He does a lot of things that are not obvious, Andre Ward, and that's what makes him so difficult to deal with. Good job there from Froch.
That was probably his best one so far. Froch does take time sometimes to get into a contest, but he does have a way of getting it done in the end. But that low slung guard, he's always had it, of course, and he's had a great career with it. But tonight against the speed merchant, will it cost him?
See, Ward can leap in with punches, and that's the difference between the two. He's out of range and suddenly is sprung in and led with that left hook. Froch can't do that. He has to box his way in behind the jab. Good left hook from Ward.
Froch has to do something here to just break the ring of confidence of Ward, take him to a darker place than he's known before, bust him up, break his rhythm. Harder to do than say.
At the moment, Froch is trying to land without being hit, which is what this game is all about, but it might reach the position where he's just going to have to throw caution to the wind a bit more, declare war and just drag this fellow into a war, take punches to land better ones, because he's been outsped at the moment.
Good comeback though there from Froch.
That was good.
And then getting in with a few body shots, clubbed with the left hand, had a hint of the inside of the glove. I thought about that one from Ward.
That is what Froch has to do, change the tempo. At the moment the tempo suits Ward. I think he just left it a little bit late to save the round, but a lot of better work from Carl Froch there.
Well, probably the first 2 rounds to Ward, but were there 1 or 2 signs in the last 30 seconds that Froch was getting a little more to grips with it?
I think you saw when Carl declared war, on Ward, took the smoothness away from him. He wasn't all that comfortable. Just this little exchange here. It was too late in the round to save the round on my card, and he did take a left hook for his troubles. But you can see his single punch is no good. Has to put them together, has to impose himself on Ward.
Third round of this, intriguing for the WBC and WBA super middleweight titles in the final of the splendid Super 6 competition. Great groundbreaking idea, more of the same please. In an era, of course, when pathetically they can't get Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao to fight each other, but that's another issue.
I think in the opening round Carl was going to sleep when they were up close, but now he's letting the punches go quickly, not allowing Ward to set the punches up. Better plan now, trying to put punches together. There's that quick jab of Ward's.
Keeps landing with that, and of course pretty open to the head. Froch, not a lot of head movement, but he's an old warrior who's good at working things out. Again, Ward dominating. He's winning the battle of the jabs at the moment, Jim.
And he's holding the centre of the ring, which is a little bit alarming. Carl is wide open. I mean, he threw the jab there, and the right hand went away down to his chest. He was wide open there as he led off. He's going to have to tighten things up, get close with a tight defence, but that's never the way he's boxed.
Froch was told, I think, to throw punches in bunches, not single shots that can be countered. And while he waits, there's a better bit of work from Froch, that body shot.
That one kind of landed round in the kidney region, which wouldn't be a point scoring shot. Just the speed of Ward is a problem. Maybe when we get a few rounds behind us and the pace slows a little bit, that's better from Froch. A little bit wild and woolly, but a good right hand nevertheless.
It is a bit like a convention of the unconventional with these two fighters. That's a sharp right this time again. The speed of hand is a problem for Carl Froch of Nottingham.
I think, like previous opponents, Froch is surprised at the strength of Andre Ward. He's not a puncher, so you think you're going to bully him in there, but he's strong enough, he's tough enough. Proved that against Kessler, and he's proving it again here.
That's the common opponent, isn't it? Kessler well beaten by Ward, but he did beat Carl Froch on a kind of racing form line. That's why Ward's favourite, especially at home. He could be an enormous talent down the line. He could be a new Floyd Mayweather maybe in terms of technical skills.
See, I just think the problem, Carl doesn't know how to surprise him. He sees exactly what's coming from Froch and he's ready to counter it. There it is again. It's as though he has everything worked out. Good defence from Ward there.
Body shot there was a hard one from Ward, and then a head punch as well, starting to set his feet and get a bit more serious. Froch has had his moments in this round, but again not enough of them.